Welcome. This is a short video about being a student in or applying to the Master's in Health Education program at John F. Kennedy University in Pleasant Hill, California. My name is Fall Ferguson. I'm a core faculty member here, and with me is our chair, Paula Szloboda. Paula, applicants to the program always want to know a lot of detailed information about how our school year works and what the scheduling is like.
So let me start with the basics. John F. Kennedy University is on a quarter system, so we have classes year-round. Our quarters are 11 weeks long. The breaks between our quarters are just 1 to 3 weeks long. Our full-time students can complete the degree in 7 quarters, completing 59 units of coursework. Students who add the holistic nutrition specialization on take just one additional 4-unit class for 63 units total, and they do this in 8 quarters or 2 years. We also have a couple of part-time tracks, and our part-time students do fulfill the same number of units for the degree, and they do this in 3 to 4 years.
Great. What are the logistics like in terms of the average week for a student?
The program is offered in a hybrid format, which means that for each of our 4-unit classes, 3 units of content is delivered on ground, which means a weekly meeting that's 2.5 hours long each week for the full 11 weeks. And those weekly meetings are held Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, usually between 4:30 to 7. We do have some classes that take place in the later time slot, 7:15 to 9:45. Other formats for our classes, we have practica, and we have some short-term classes that are just 1 unit long, and those are delivered in different formats. So those could be like a weekend workshop on a Friday evening and an all-day Saturday. They could be 2 consecutive Saturday afternoons. They could be just 4 class meetings in the full 11-week term, and that can be consecutive or it can be divided depending on what would be best for the learner given the content that we have. The number of class meetings per quarter varies a bit, but full-time students can expect 2 to 3 days per week being on campus, and our part-time students can expect to be here 1 to 2 days per week.
Okay. What about the relationship with the faculty?
So our faculty are what is called scholar practitioner faculty. This institution, John F. Kennedy University, is a teaching institution. It's not a research institution. So all of us are out there working in the field. All of the faculty, including the core faculty, have their own practices and are doing community health work. So for instance, my area of expertise is nutrition. I'm a therapeutic chef and a board-certified health and wellness coach, and so I work with people individually. I do consulting work for health coaching companies, and I also do a lot of environmental health work as a volunteer and work with the Native American community, which is near and dear to my heart. So, Fall, why don't you tell us a little bit about the things that you do in the community?
I'd love to. I have done a fair amount of work with body image issues, both one-on-one with people as well as in workshop settings. I have a real passion for advocacy work and policy work. I'm very committed to advocating for changes in our healthcare system and for more equitable approaches to the delivery of healthcare in a number of different arenas. And so I spend a fair amount of my time doing that kind of policy work.
Great, thank you for sharing that information. And because we are a scholar practitioner faculty in a very practical and applied program, one of the hallmarks of our program is that we focus on participatory learning, experiential learning, in addition to lecture and didactic methods of learning. Our class sizes are very small. We have 10 to 20 students in the class typically, so you'll get to know your fellow students easily and the faculty. And have a very unique kind of relationship with the faculty with pretty much unparalleled access and a lot of support and mentoring from the faculty who are very committed to your success in the field.
I think one of the things that sometimes comes as a surprise to our newer students is how much their role as a student is different from the typical undergraduate experience. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So most of our classes are taught in a seminar style. We're part of a collaborative learning environment. So everybody is bringing a piece of the learning to the table. Of course, we're preparing people to be educators, and so it's very important that they have the experience of being an educator, and they're going to do that right from the very beginning in ways that enable them to develop the skills and ability in tiny ways, baby steps, until they build some skills, because most people are new to the field. They're going to be giving feedback and learning how to do that effectively, and also receiving feedback from not only the instructors but also each other and their peers. So there's no forced collaborative learning projects, but there's a lot of encouragement and support in this collaborative learning environment.
So our applicants tend to have some questions that we hear over and over again that we've listed here on this slide. One thing that applicants want to know is if there are any prerequisites if they're going to have to go back to school before they even get into the program.
So most of our students are career changers, and they come to us with a variety of backgrounds. We used to have a number of prerequisites that were required for the program, and we found that it became problematic for our students to get through the prerequisites. So when we redesigned our curriculum recently, when we went on to our hybrid program a couple of years ago, we built the prerequisite information into the program itself, and that made it very easy for our students to come in. It also has been able to, it's also made our students able to grasp the prerequisite information from the perspective which we teach here, which is through the lens of the functional medical model. So essentially there are no prerequisites, just come on in, and we will help you get what you need to succeed and thrive in the program.
So another thing students or potential students ask is if there's a particular kind of applicant or student that we're looking for.
Most of our students do not come from within our own field. They are people who are passionate about health and, like you, really want to change the field of healthcare. And they are people who oftentimes have had some experiences that made them understand that we need to do health and healthcare in a new and different way. So that is really what unites our students, that they're passionate about health and wellness.
And we've sort of addressed the last one here about needing a background in health. Do you have anything to add on that one?
Just to say that it's not necessary to have a background in health, and there are some advantages to it and some disadvantages. So we welcome everybody.
Okay, great. What are some of the, what are the requirements for applying to our program?
The first thing that one needs to do in the application process is to submit an online application. And if you experience any difficulties, please make sure to contact us directly so we can get you some assistance with this. Once the online application is submitted, a file folder is opened for you as an applicant, and that becomes a place to house all the documents that will be coming in. You need to order your official transcripts that can show you have a bachelor's degree and any post-bachelor units that you have. Of course, we like to have all of your transcripts, but those are the minimum ones that need to be submitted for consideration. 2 letters of recommendation, and what you should seek in terms of authors of your letters of recommendation are people who know you in a professional sense. Sometimes students have been out of the academic world for quite a period of time, and so it's not necessary that you get a letter of recommendation from a professor from 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. It would be better probably to get a letter from someone who has worked with you either in a paid job or even in a voluntary experience, who can speak to your professionalism and to your passion for the field. Also, we have a personal statement requirement, which is 5 to 10 pages, double-spaced, typewritten, and we're going to get to those questions, guiding questions, to help you along in just a moment. And once all of it's pulled together, then you come in for an interview with the program chair. And primarily what I'm looking for is, are we a good fit? Do your professional interests align with the academic program that we're offering? And can you get through the academic rigor of the program? So that's what I'm looking for. We want you to find the best possible fit.
So what about that personal statement?
The personal statement, the questions that are here really help you to refine your areas of interest and where you would like to explore, and give us an idea of, how committed you are to developing in a professional way, because this program is about preparing our students and graduates for professional work in the field of health education.
And students or potential students are always interested in when they should apply and when they can enter the program.
Our application process is fairly streamlined. Our students who wish to finish the degree in the shortest period of time as full-time students, so finish in 2 years, must enter the program in the fall, because we only offer our classes once per year. We do offer an early admission for the following fall in our winter and spring quarters. Our early admission students will have a part-time status, and I would advise anyone who's interested in this option to check with us directly so that we can provide some additional information.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Paula, for all the great information, and thanks to those of you who are watching. If you'd like to know more about our program, you can go to the JFKU website, which is jfku.edu. You can email Paula directly. This is her direct email. You can attend one of our information sessions. We have a session from 3 to 4 o'clock every Wednesday on our Pleasant Hill campus. We also are happy to schedule a one-on-one information session with you by telephone or in person at a time that's convenient for you. You can learn more about us on our Facebook page, which is Health Education at JFKU. And we're really looking forward to connecting with you and to helping you pursue your graduate studies. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.